Hey everyone, you can't miss this episode. We've got Honkai's big leap, and his quirky moves are just laugh out loud hilarious, but the onlookers seem unfazed, waiting for his sword show. Black Armor, seizing the moment, hurled the holy sword like a dart as Honkai retreated, nailing the man. Honkai completed his mission, and the man tried to recapture the designer, but Honkai swatted him away like a ping-pong ball, smashing through concrete walls. See what a power. In the end, Honkai goes out with a bang, dragging Black Armor along for the ride. Luckily, the Autobots are patching him up, or he'd be toast. Meanwhile, the man exits the bus stylishly. The big boss is set to appear, causing mischief by letting the alien prisoner escape. The alien prisoner, needing some protection, floats his hosts talk about having a bodyguard in midair. As the hatch neared closing, the Autobots tech ball sped in, spotting the alien prisoner starting. The ship hits a race. Countless orange orbs burst forth from the rift, all hovergas, ready to explode and set the prisoners loose. Talk about a jailbreak, see very on. The tech ball swiftly alerts Black Armor, stop the designer, hit the highway. If hovergas explodes, humanity says goodbye. Black Armor and its designer are in a fierce fight inside the ship. Just as he hurled the designer away, 2 hovergases floated out. In a panic, he sealed the gas inside. See talk about a high-pressure situation. The prisoner designer has his sights on the girl, but luckily, the tech ball transformed into her dad, swooping in like a fatherly superhero. The fleeing man found one, easily poking it with a tentacle, and boom. Hover ball exploded, leaving caf goers frozen in. Gas seeped through windows. Humans felt like at a toxic feast. In an instant, everyone in the caf dropped like flies. The man just watched in awe as the hover gas spread. See folks tuning in for their life or death escape. Everyone realized they had legs and fled desperately. Those submerged by hover became sleeping beauties in 3 seconds. The boy flexed some serious courage, not scared, racing to save the driver. But if the ending plays out like a movie, bulldozer alert, gas spilled over, and the boy's father finally appeared, whisking him away. See perfect timing for a family getaway. It dashed out of the gas cloud, and Black Armor inside the ship sealed the leftover hover gas. What a pro move. The ship took off, finally catching the upper management's attention, sending drones for survivors, but our 2 escape champions easily crushed. They were the ones sealing the prisoners, and a whiff of hover gas pulled them back to reality. 3 of them set off to find the ship. See talk about a comeback. They'll release hover gas again to save more friends. At home, Black Armor sternly scolded his daughter. He claimed he raised her to blend in with humans. Now that he didn't need her, it was time to go. What a heartbreaker. Diane, escorted by Autobots, went to her friends. Yet Black Armor's life was under 9. Tragic. He doubted he could beat 3 prisoners. Before dusk, they arrived. Diane found out the truth from Autobots. What a twist. Quick thinking, she came up with a plan. The Autobots turned around to back up Black Armor. After all, it's a father-saving mission. The alien designer-led battle began, with hover gas released again in the ship, looking like fireworks. The designer tossed the weak Black Armor out of the ship, just in time for his daughter to save him. What a happy reunion. She told Dad they could trap the prisoners in time. What a genius idea. With the tech balls helping, they sped away in their car, but the alien prisoners chased after them, and the designer surged ahead like a rocket. Don't forget this Earth date. In 1381 AD, magical mist is enveloping Earth. 2 Taoists, along with a magistrate and his son, witnessed it all. The car plunged, and they continued to scream, better not drop the ball. The car plummeted off the cliff, balanced on the riverbank, but the man hosting the designer stood up again, while the tech ball was too banged up to return this time. Black Armor had to face the enemy alone, but he was so weak he couldn't even budge their tentacles, ultimately getting his arm liberated. The tech bolt calculated an increasing chance of victory, and just then, gunfire up to Diane aced it with a shot. What a stroke! But the furious designer thrust out a tentacle at her, only for it to be blocked by the car door. Perfect timing for defense mode. The car was hit by a tentacle, plunging into the river. Diane bolted from the vehicle, yearning for the holy sword. Let the chase begin. The designer had to find a new host to survive, but he couldn't escape again, resting quietly in his new host's mind. A day later, the magistrate's little son found Diane by the river, awakening her as she called for her dad. Such a kid's heartache. He jumped into the river, somewhat understanding, and found Diane's bag, filled with bizarre modern gear. See totally stylish. Just as he planned to swim back, he heard noises from behind. It turns out it was a leaky coffin. Neil shook and board splintered, leaving him dazed in panic. After landing ashore, he gave Diane the backpack. The kids lit a fire, thrilled, yet no deep talk yet. A sound echoed from the bamboo grove. He wanted to investigate, but was stopped by Lai Yan, but he wasn't afraid, and plunged into the depths. The designer suddenly appeared, making him the newest host. Well, this guy sure knows how to play the game. Time flew, and 10 years later, the boy became a famous wandering Taoist known as Arrow. What a glow-up for him. He effortlessly controlled wind elements, and during danger, his folding fan became the ultimate weapon. Hidden in the fan are 2 combat cats. Black and yellow are very formidable. They can morph into humanoid forms, just like the left and right guardians. One day, Wheeler got a big bounty, 2,000 cotton balls, linked to a divine sword, an unexpected twist. Last month, a fisherman caught a fancy flag sword by the Huangling River, intending to remove the gems. Then, an accident occurred. No matter how hard he struck the sword, it wouldn't break. It plunged into the cripple's chest. I wish I'd seen his face.